Hello, everybody. This is Clairvoyant Clarice Connor. I hope that you're enjoying a very, very happy Friday. I wanted to reconnect with you. This is the Friday Collective Reading. Wow. Hey, we have had a long July. Talk about crazy stuff all month long. Well, on this last day of July 2026, we're going to be looking at the week ahead, as well as doing a collective reading for those that are interested. Remember, if you came to this particular little reading, if this video came to you, it's not an accident. The universe is bringing information to you. Of course, if there are things that do not fit or feel right to you, feel free to just discard the information and scroll on. But there may be other people who could benefit from it, so you might want to share this with your friends and family. This is a really intense period of time for inhabitants of the earth. The sun is going through many, many changes. A lot of, I'm going to call this evolutionary solar changes, are bringing higher radio frequency damage, as well as some radioactive things going on, but nothing that so far will be harming humanity. But we do need to look at what is the sun doing, because the more active these solar flares and solar storms are, the more we're going to see volcanic activity, earthquake activity. The sun is very important to the planet Earth. Anyway, if you've been feeling out of sorts, exhausted, if you feel like, wow, it's hard to get up in the morning, part of the reason is that we are going through not only personal, but planetary evolution. Mother Earth is going through huge vibrational and frequency changes. The challenge now is to remember, first, we are spiritual beings to do your prayers and connect with your Creator. Second, remember that we are also children of the earth, and to be as grounded as possible. Take off your shoes and be barefoot in the grass. Drink some strong coffee. Eat some hearty bread. Do the things that make you feel grounded. There may be moments, especially next week, that you will feel like no matter what you do, you can't quite cool off. Part of it is mental. So use every trick in the book. Use beautiful, cool colors around you. Wear cool colors. Give yourself a moment. Of course, I always say, hydrate, 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 because we are so much a being of water. Water is very important to humanity. So get into the water if you can. If the only thing you can do is turn on the hose, put it on your feet, do that. If you can get into the shower to cool off, do that. But remember, water is our best friend in the coming weeks. And as they would say, don't leave home without it, darling. Anyway, part of what I'm seeing is that this is a time when we may find ourselves looking back on the calendar and saying, oh gosh, what was that I was going to do? And you can't quite put your finger on it. Well, you better look at your calendar and go back to the 1st of March, 2026, because some of the patterns and the issues of things being slow will come up. Things that should have been done, you wish had been done, things you didn't have time to do. You're definitely going to want to go back and recollect part of your ideas, part of what you wanted to get done. It's important to not just ignore what you wanted to do. You'll also start to feel more like you can accomplish things. Maybe in the past you were feeling too soft, too tired, too weak. You may have had concerns about your ancestors, your mother, your grandmother. I feel a lot of the spirit guides and literally the spirits of our ancestors may be visiting us now through this next, I'm going to say, section of our life to give us help, guidance. Once in a while, it'd be a warning about things that may come, but I feel like most of the spiritual showings and giftings will be about improving your life, and they will be loving and benevolent. But I do get a very strong feeling there will be waves of things coming in, and you may wonder, wow, where did this all come from? Especially if you're not used to tuning in to the spiritual side of life. You may have a recollection of a day when you were 17 years old, and it will be very clear. Well, remember that your ancestors, in particular your grandmother and your mother, are helping you to receive this information. We are part of them, and they are part of us. Now, this is a good time to restructure business. It's a good time to rethink, how do you want to be standing by the end of 2027? And though it seems like just this microscopic, teeny beginning, it's actually you going back, getting the ideas you already had, bringing them into present moment. Because the present moment is where you have your power. Not in the future and not in the past. Right here, right now. Definitely be writing things down. Your skills at writing and communicating are going to be amplified. So don't say what you don't want repeated back to you. Did you hear that? Don't say what you don't want repeated back to you. A lot more power in the voice is coming through. And it's kind of like when you adjust anything, there's going to be a few little glitches. We can call it a power surge, okay? Well, the power surge is going to be in the voice for the coming week. So make your words as clear as possible. Try to control your emotional body. Take a breath. For heaven's sake, take a breath and just know everything is in divine right timing. Shake off some of the anxiety and just say what you really mean. Now, that does not mean to do a verbal dodgeball with people. It means to be clear and as honest as possible so that all concerned will get the very best results. Now, I do feel that we are going into kind of a bumpy ride. If you saw one of my little short videos, it said, "Buckle up, Buttercup." Well, I wasn't kidding, because we have so much solar activity. We have so much governmental activities. We have the earth shaking her skirts out. So be prepared for anything. Know that if something happens, you take a breath. You just stop. You take a breath. And the intuition within you, the God voice within you, will tell you to stop, to move. It would be very instant. It's not going to be like we're talking here. You can rely on the spiritual side of your life to get you through crisis moments. Now, I do feel that as we go through some of these things ahead, we may feel like we're falling backwards and wondering if someone will catch us, right? But it isn't exactly that. It's more about the definition of the foundations of what we thought were security, what we thought was solid and secure. Well, things are changing. What we thought we knew, we may have to completely learn new things, because we were taught many things that were like halfway truth. And keep your sense of humor, because it doesn't matter. What matters is where you are right this second, where you are right this minute. It matters that you are alive. It matters that you are breathing. You are a loving, kind human being. It doesn't matter if you have $1 million. It doesn't matter if you're at the top of your game. What matters is what's in here. That's the true value that we're going to see by the end of 2026. Your real, true value is who you are as a human heart being. I say that because we will find out that there are many beings that are not totally human and not heart-oriented. They may be more information-oriented. Did you like how I worded that? I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, keep your sense of humor, because as these things are changing, as we're going into August, you may find yourself saying, "Oh, I'm not ready for August. I'm not ready for 3 weeks of heat." Well, here we go anyway, right? Ready or not, here we come. And you don't have to be perfect. I know that there's so much competition and so much pressure on a lot of people these days. Young people, middle-aged, older, everybody. The only one you're competing with is yourself. That's the only one that matters. If you can make yourself better today than you were yesterday, that's what matters. Not if you're better than your neighbor. All the material things, they feel good. It's nice to have things. But what really is going to be valued is who you are and your inner character. Now, those of you who have made mistakes along the way, remember, this is not about judging yourself harshly. It's about, okay, this is where I am today. You start here and you start now. You start fresh. Learn from the things that have happened to you, absolutely. But do not drag the body of what it was along with you. No, 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 no. You bless and release the past, and you put that in God's good hands. And you refocus. If you have to refocus every morning, okay. Sometimes you may find that if you're having a bad day, you have to refocus a couple times a day. That's okay too. You are overcoming things that you cannot see, things we were never taught about. You are overcoming energies that are difficult for human beings, as well as all of our everyday things, like paying the bills, showing up at work, taking care of your family, taking care of your other relatives. Oh yeah. Just show up. Be the best that you can. And then if you can improve tomorrow, that's great. But for right now, accept yourself as you are today. Learning to love yourself is really important. If you can't love, appreciate, and honor who you are, how can other people do it? See, we're opening the way for other people as we learn to love ourselves, as we begin to be more authentic, where we say that, okay, I'm going to do this, and we follow through, we get it done. Where people know they can rely on us, but more importantly, we can rely on who? On ourselves. And the way we do that is not like we're just here alone, like a little leaf in the wind. Oh no, we are relying on the God who created us. And that strong day-by-day connection helps us to be stronger than we could ever be individually. We will be able to help ourselves and others and to have many successes. This week, you have to focus on being kind to yourself. Let go of what's in the past. Focus on being in the moment. Because this is where you begin that new track. Where I was talking about back in March, you should have done it then, couldn't do it, doesn't matter why. Okay, so now we start. Now you plan. Now you become the king and queen of time management. Now you eat a good, healthy meal. Now you plan for your future. And even though the future may look like the Jetsons cartoon within 3 years, plan anyway. Make your own plan. Things will shift and we will adapt very quickly. Humans are good at that. How you go into the future is how you are today. If you have an avid need for learning, try to learn something. Learn a new language. If you've always wanted to study music, study music. If you always wanted to paint a painting, do it now. Don't put off until you have time, until, when the kids are grown and we have time. No. When you retire, no. Give yourself permission to enjoy life day by day. And just put a little bit in, Even if all you do is sketch one little cartoon, draw a little tree sketch, take a photograph, bake a cookie, for heaven's sake. We all need more cookies. Yeah. I love those galletas. You may feel like there are things, if you look around your house, it's like, oh gosh, I didn't get this done. I didn't get that done. Okay, this coming week, do one thing. Now, I know many of you are, okay, start to finish, I'm going to get it all done, and you'll give yourself 8 hours, and like a whirlwind, you can do it. Okay. But for those who have hectic schedules, give yourself some slack. Make time for love. Make time for romance. This is a really great week for getting together. Make time. You'll be glad you did. Sharing your true, heartfelt thoughts is sometimes difficult. Just try a little bit here and a little bit there. If you don't have a partner or someone who really wants to hear those things, then write it down. This is not for anyone else to see. This is for you to express the creative, the loving, the artistic, the genuine self of who you are. Now, you may notice an uptick in your physical energy levels. It's interesting how the body reacts to heat, but also reacts to storms and changes. But I'm feeling more strength. Now, it's possible that we're getting a whole lot of good positive energy from that solar sun. And though I love the sun, I'm not out in it for a long period of time because I sunburn. However, getting that vitamin D, getting a little sun before the sun is at its apex is a good idea. If you've been looking at something and trying to make up your mind, but you're kind of sitting on the fence, this week would be a good time to decide things. Why? Because now you see yourself as more capable and more strong. Now, as you have turned your back on some emotional problems, you're getting a few side effects. That could be headaches. It could be feeling anxious. It could be feeling alone. But take a moment. All you have to do is give yourself permission to take a moment, take a breath, and sit with yourself. Just do a few breaths, and it will be very quickly revealed to you what is it you've been resisting. Now, your job is to say, okay, I want to deal with that, or to allow it to just go behind you, so to speak. But it can cause you a lot of upsets if you don't deal with things between now and the 15th of August. I'm kind of giving you a little heads up. For those of you who are little fence sitters and haven't decided something, you need to decide before life decides for you. Now, I feel like you've done very well. I feel like a lot of the challenges that life has brought you, you were in the war, you were in the battle, and you won. Well, okay, that was one battle. What else are you going to do? Just because you got all those papers on the wall of what you did once upon a time, what are you doing now? See, these things are going to be coming up for you to review. And always give yourself a pat on the back for the things you have accomplished. You know, God has made you unique in all the world. There's only one you. You have a lot of love that will be coming into your life. And it's more than you expect. So sometimes when we've had kind of a difficult life, it's hard to imagine how great things can be when we're living kind of in the drought, so to speak, in the romance department. And then all of a sudden real love shows up. We need to get ready to participate where we are loving in return of the person who is loving us. And I'm going to say prepare for a lot more love, even in a very difficult situation. God is using difficulties to bring you into connection with other people, with other things, with a stranded kitten, with a stray dog, with a book you need to read. It'll be laying on the road, laying on the ground. There is no coincidences going on right here, right now. This is so far above and beyond what they call the matrix. You're going to see some synchronicities here that are going to be stunning. You may even believe you're going to be talking to yourself when you were at the age of 20. Nothing wrong with that. Both of you can give each other advice. You are on different timelines, but you're both real. I'll give you a little bit to think about there later. Well, when you have your beverage of choice, and I hope it will be a cool one, remember that not all things in love and family work out perfectly. That's because we are not perfect. If we were perfect, we would not be on planet Earth. We would be elsewhere. There are times when you need to bless your heart. You know, like, bless your heart. I heard that a lot growing up. Sometimes we need to bless our own heart and say, well, okay, I cannot fix family. I cannot make friends who are at odds with each other blend. Nope, beyond me, that's a God's job. That is not me as a human being's job. Just get your hands off it. Stop worrying about it. Stop overthinking about it. Bless and release all the players. And know that we are living our best lives in the next coming year or two. We're setting the stage for a lot longer future, of course. But in order to fully enjoy it and kind of roll in your life like a cat in catnip, you gotta bless and release those things that you cannot have any impact on whatsoever. Free yourself. The key is in your own pocket. free yourself of the shackles of the past. Look at the line after line after line of wonderful ancestors who came before you. What they knew and what they experienced is in your blood. That knowledge is with you every day. You know how they talk about our hands. The energy in the hand can heal. It can sense. It knows things. Like our solar plexus, like our intuition. Every cell of your body is intelligent, my friend. When you are in rapport, when you are in agreement with God has created you a magnificent creature, a magnificent creation, a magnificent human being who is evolving. When you can understand and get in agreement with that, there is very little that will get in your way and be able to stop you. There will be many different changes as far as finances are concerned. Businesses may have to slow down, regroup, and start again. A lot of reforming, regrouping the next 3 months with businesses and with money. Now, I feel like if you want to really be a good Santa Claus, it might be a great idea to gather now the goodies. For some reason, I feel like the goodies are not going to be on the shelf as easily as in the past. Now, goodies for each family means a different thing. If it means toys for children, if it means a special bourbon for grandpa, if it means special food, special things, whatever it might be to you, think now and make your little list and gather in over the next 10 weeks what you would like to have for Christmas. Now, if money's not available for that, don't fret, because I'm seeing a lot of people coming together, neighbor helping neighbor, friend helping friend. And it's going to be such a giant opening of the storehouse of heaven that people will be given so much love in their hearts that they will share beyond what they thought they could even do. So don't let difficulties now cloud your day. Remember that you are the sunshine. You can make the shadows go away. You can make darkness disappear. You are part of the ever-knowing, ever-evolving God. You are fractaling right along. You're doing great. You need to remind yourself that, hey, today belongs to me. What will I do with it? Give yourself encouragement along the way. You don't have to be perfect. Not at all. But be present. Give yourself permission to cry. Give yourself permission to dance, to feel. I feel like part of the problem we're having lately as a human group is we are numbing. There is an energy that is numbing down our feeling capabilities. That's not good, because that's what humans do. We sense, we feel, we use all of our senses and many more that we have actually to get through this life. So if you start to notice as you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, stand up, go outside, get yourself a big glass of iced tea. Take a moment, take a breath. Feel with your fingers. Take your shoes off. What's it feel like under those feet? Be you, only be more of who you are. Don't turn the volume down. Enough of that. Remember, You are a project that is not finished yet. God is not finished with you. Things are in motion. And this next week, oh my gosh, you're going to be so surprised. People from your past will be popping up. Say hello. Be nice. If they want to give you a gift, say thank you. Don't get stuck in what used to be. Remind yourself that there before the grace of God go I. Be kind to everyone. And give yourself the gift of unconditional love. Because it's time. What you wanted to do in March later on will not matter to you. If your car broke down, it won't matter to you. What will matter is that you know that you did your level best today. All right, my friends. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you can share this with people. And if you liked my content, please subscribe. This is Clairvoyant Clarice, and you can find me on clairvoyantclarice.net. And my phone number is 530-321-0327. God bless you now, always, and forever. Mwah.